So in order to get over my fear of vomiting, which, man, I mean, my fear dates back all the way to when I was 10 years old. So without giving away my age, I'm in my 30s, so I'd been struggling for a little over 20 years with extreme emetophobia. And I knew that at some point I was going to have to face the actual act of vomiting. And in order to do that in exposure therapy, that means watching vomit videos of real people vomiting. And I was absolutely terrified of doing this because to me, oh man, my monster came up with so many lies that I would throw up from watching this and I would feel nauseous and don't watch it because you'll start to like vomiting and you won't be afraid of it anymore. I mean, just the most ridiculous lies that I believed. And at first, to kind of get my feet wet with exposures, I would have to look at pictures of cartoons vomiting. That was the first step. And even that was difficult for me. It felt real. Even though that these cartoons were cartoons, to me, it still felt really real. And I was incredibly anxious. And I think the next hardest thing after I had gotten over that was looking at spilled soup online, which I hated it. I really, really hated it because to me it looked like real vomit. But then I became desensitized to it and realized it was just soup. And even though it looks kind of gross, it's okay. I can handle this anxiety. I can, fight these lies that my monster is telling me. So after looking at these pictures online repeatedly, it soon became a lot easier to tolerate the anxiety and tolerate the actual pictures. They just became pictures after a while, after looking at them over and over and over again, really spending time every single day and dedicating time, at least 30 minutes, to looking at these pictures. All of a sudden, my brain started to realize that there's nothing to fear. So then I moved on to real people, just pictures, vomiting, first babies and then adults. And again, it was the same process of looking at them repeatedly every single day for at least 30 minutes. And sometimes I would even eat a snack while I was looking at those pictures. And at first I would just eat a little cracker. And then it came to, okay, no, I can eat like a full meal looking at these because they're just pictures. They're not going to hurt me. And so then Ken said, it's time to do the vomit videos. And I was, again, terrified, thought that those videos were going to make me throw up. And so when I first started, I would pull them up on my cell phone off of YouTube and turn the brightness all the way down and the volume all the way down. And after a while, I would slowly increase the brightness and the volume. And then once I started being okay with watching them on my phone, I would watch them on my computer screen, same process, and then ultimately my TV screen. Like as big as you can get, as loud as you can get, as bright as you can get, just the most realistic videos of vomit flying out of people's mouths and eating while watching those videos, pretending to throw up while watching those videos. It was all incremental steps and doing it repeatedly. That was the key. I couldn't just watch these once and be like, oh, I'm over it. No, it was literally sometimes 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, night, all day, just watching them and, coming to terms that this was nothing to be afraid of. So I knew that in order to get over emetophobia, I had to do this. I came to a kind of a point in my life where either I let the fear swallow me whole or I take charge and I get over this. And so I had to get tough with myself and my monster and schedule time and hold myself accountable. I mean, that was really key because ultimately it was up to myself. Ken could call me, my family could encourage me, but I knew that I wanted to get over this fear. And these were the exact steps that I knew would lead me to freedom. So I just had to buckle down and do it. And it was incredibly hard. I'm not going to lie. It was really hard. But once I started to see progress and see that my brain was getting over it, that was the kind of motivating factor to keep doing it, because I knew if a little bit was helping, then I just had to push myself through the really hard moments and get there. And now I can watch vomit videos. I mean, literally anything, the grossest things that even gross out people that don't have emetophobia. You know, something will come on the TV and people will go, oh, that's so gross. To me, it's like, oh, that is nothing. That is nothing. Nothing phases me in terms of vomit videos anymore.